Hello kids, hope you all are doing well and all of you are enjoying your vacations and online classes. Yes, do you all enjoying your online classes? I know you all are enjoying your online classes. So today as we had started our online classes, but due to some network issue and some Zoom online classes problem, I was unable to finish my class. So just uploading my today's class video for all of you, and I hope you will understand with the help of this video. So let's just take a small revision of our last chapter. Do you all understand the chapter? I hope you understand all the points like living things, non-living things. Even I got some of the mails from your side that you all are just completing your notes, and that's good. That's really great, and I'm really honored, feeling so honored that you all are just focusing on your studies, meanwhile vacations. Good, great, awesome. So let's just start with the class, and today I'm going to introduce one of my family member to you, and it is a beautiful plant, and I used to call it as Jenny. It is the part of my family, and I am so fond of it. So say hi to all, Jenny. Yes, Jenny, say hi to all. And Jenny is just asking you a question that whether Jenny is a living thing or a non-living thing. I think Jenny is a living thing. Yes, now all the plants are living thing. Yes, all the plants are living thing. They can be a big plant, small plant, big tree, small tree. All the plants, all the trees are living things. So Jenny is just want to say something, that Jenny is also having some body parts. Yes, Jenny, do you have body parts? Yes, Jenny is having body parts. As we all have body parts like legs, body, hands, shoulder, ear, more, a lot of things, a lot of body parts are there. So in a similar way, plants also have some body parts. So we can't say it as a body part, we just say it as the parts of plants. So today the topic is, the new chapter is part of plants. So let's just start with the part of plants. I know everybody knows that plants have leaves, plants have fruits, plants have flowers, but plants have two most important parts: the upper body, the upper part, or the lower part. You can say the upper part and the lower part. So the two divided parts are called as the root system and the shoot system. So first of all, we will discuss about the root system. Have you ever seen the roots? Okay, I'll just show you the roots. I hope you all are able to see roots here. The brown one which is coming out of the lower part, which is the brown. You can see the small roots out of this plant. Yes, I'm so fond of plants that I just keep them everywhere around me. They're so energetic, they gives me energy and all the positive energy I get from the plant. So all the plants have root system. Now what is the use of root system? So the most important thing, just answer me this question, that whether it is possible, if we don't have legs, can we stand? No, we cannot stand. In the same way, root helps the plant to fix themselves in the soil so that they can move upward, they can grow upward. They are the main part which helps them to get fixed in the soil, and with the help of roots, all the plants absorb the water and nutrition from the soil. So with the help of the roots, they absorb water and minerals, different types of mineral which is present in the soil is only absorbed and only can be get by with the help of roots. Only main source from where they can have their nutrition, and the water is through roots. So it is the most important part of the plant. If there is no root, the plant cannot survive. So they are the most important part. Now, root system is also divided into two next part. The root system, and root system has two main parts. The first one is tap root system. Tap root system. Now, what is tap root system? Have you ever seen beetroot? Have you ever seen beetroot? Yes, it is a beetroot. Have you ever seen radish? Have you ever seen carrot? Oh, carrot. I remember something from carrot. Gajar ka halwa. And everybody is fond of gajar ka halwa. Even I like gajar ka halwa in winters. So carrot, beetroot, radish, mustard, these all are the example of the taproot system. What happened? In the taproot system, this is root. What is this? This is root. And what happened? Out of this fruit, out of this vegetable, the small, you can see here, look, the small roots are coming out of this. The small interconnected roots are there. So these all are the part of roots. The small roots which are coming out of the big tap root. And this is very fat. And we have it as a vegetable as well. This is the edible part of the plant. The tap root system has its root as the edible part of the plant. So, the example of the tap root system are carrot, radish, turnip, beetroot. These all are the example of taproot system. Now the next one is fibrous root system. What do you mean by fibrous? Fibrous is nothing, lot of small, a bunch of roots are there, multiple roots, bunch of roots are there, and that is called as fibrous roots. And the example of the fibrous root is grass. If you will snatch out the grass from the ground, you will see small a bundle of roots there, and that is an example of fibrous root. The fibrous roots are present in grass, rice, wheat, onion. These all are the example of fibrous root. Now let us just discuss about the small briefing of the function of the roots. What is the importance of root? The first most important function of the root is that it helps to hold the plant firmly in the soil. If there will be no roots, the plant cannot hold itself. And it also helps in absorbing the water and nutrients from the soil. And most important, some of the roots like tap root system, in which we have radish, carrot and beetroot, they store food in them, and we consume that food as a vegetable. Like taproot system, we have radish in that, we have beetroot in that, we had carrot in that, and we consume it, we eat it as a vegetable. So now let's just move forward. We had finished it off with the root system. Now just carry forward and we will start our shoot system. What is shoot system? The part which is above the soil, is completely called as shoot system. It's not shoot, it's shoot system. So shoot system includes leaves, flowers, fruits. These all are the part of shoot system. And the stem, the most important is the stem. So let's just begin with the stem. There are many type of stems, thin, hard, soft, lot of types are there. So first of all we will discuss about the soft stems. This is mint. What is this? mint. This is mint. Mint leaf, mint plant. Yeah, this is mint. And you all know Mama used to prepare mint chutney, coriander chutney for you all. Isn't it? You love to have it with the pakoras, bhajiyas. So we all consume mint coriander in the form of chutney or the form for garnishing of the food vegetables. You can see here, this is the leaf, this is the leaf, and this is the stem. This is the stem, and this leaf, this plant stem is really very soft. You can fold it and you can break it easily. It is very easily breakable. And this type of plant's shoot system or stem is called as herbs. This plant is called as herbs. What we call it as? We call it as herbs. The next part, the next type of the stem is you all love watermelon? Who all love watermelon? Even I love watermelon. Watermelon in summers, watermelon juice, eating watermelon with black salt, with cold watermelon. It's really very refreshing. And do you have ever seen the watermelon, how watermelon grows, where it grows? It always grows on the ground. All the plant, the complete plant is all over spreaded on the ground. So why it's always spreaded over the ground? Because the plant's fruit, that is watermelon, is so heavy that it is completely unable to hold it up. So watermelon plant just get round on the ground, and this type of plants is called as creepers. We call it as creepers. And the another one is climbers. Do you know what is climbers? The plants which can climb. Yes, the plants which can climb. They can climb over the wall, they can climb on a stick, they can climb on the balconies. These all are called as climbers. So the example for the climbers are grapes. You all love grapes? Yes, it's another fruit which always develop on the climbers. Even I have an example of climbers. I have many plants with me, and this is an example of climber. They always need a support to stand upward, to grow upward. They need a support. The next one is trunk. What is trunk? It is the strong, tough stems which is present in mango trees, in neem trees and banyan trees. It's very strong, it's very tough. You can't break it easily. And the next example is, it is very interesting that these stems grows underground. Yes, underground stem. Yes, you heard me right. We have underground stem. And the example of underground stem is potatoes. The example of underground stem is potatoes. So, ma'am, if this grows underground, then why it is not a root? It should be root if it is underground. It's very true. But it does not have roots on its body. It never have roots on its body. It just completely come out like this only, as a complete fruit, as a complete stem. So we consume this stem is as our food, as a vegetable. So it is not a root. Definitely it grows inside the ground, inside the soil, underground, but it is not the root. It is the exception. So that is why we call it as underground stems. Another example of underground stem is ginger, turmeric, potato. These all are example of underground stems. The next one is, what are the function of stems? So as we have just completed the types of stems, now we will just discuss about the function of the stem. The main function of the stems is that they bear leaves, they bear branches, they bear buds, they bear flowers, they bear fruits. So basically it is the part of the plant which bears fruit, leaves and flowers. And what next is that it is the part which keep the plant upright. It keeps the plant upright, except in the case of climbers and creepers, they are unable to climb up, so they just move themselves on the ground. And the next one is, what is the main function? The main function is that this part of the plant basically have roots here, and they carry the nutrition which will come upward like this, and with the help of this stem, all the nutrients will come here in the leaves. So it carries water, nutrients from the roots to the leaves, and it carries food by the leaf to all the body part of the plants. Now all the body part will get the food from the roots. The another function is that it also store food made by the leaves. It also store food made by the leaves. For example, potatoes, sugarcane. These are the example of the stem which is used as a fruit or say vegetable. So students, we will just discuss about the root system and shoot system, and I'll just finish my class here, and in the next chapter, in the next lecture, or on the online class, we will just discuss about the leaves and the structure of leaves, flowers and fruits. So if you have any doubt, just please mail me, and apart from this, I will be uploading the PPT of this respective chapter on my class board.